Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, clicks and pops as we start the show. Did you bring me that sound card? Did you?
You know, I forgot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But I guess I'll
Excellent.
have to come up and see you next week. And
There
bring
you
it
go.
to you.
There you go. Bring me a sound card.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Oh, hey,
Nice.
there you go. Thank you. Sorry. All right. So, Patrick, you got some friends out there from ATM Installations.
Yeah.
And they wanted a shout out this morning. So, what are their names?
Roland and Keith.
Ronan Keith.
Roland.
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 Roland. Okay.
and
I'm deaf
Keith.
in one ear. Thank you.
No, it's okay.
And you can't hear
And-
out of
and
the
they're
other
making-
one.
They're
Stop
making-
yelling at me. I'm deaf in one ear.
They're making the roof over there by the new Bradley's place look really awesome.
It is. I saw him working out there yesterday.
They're doing a really good job.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to go over and tape up a sign that said, "Watch for falling bricks."
We got one right here.
And we do. We have a brick on the table. It's not from that building, though. We didn't sneak by and steal it. Or
so
did you, Val?
think.
What?
No. What? Val just takes a brick everywhere she goes.
Good.
She's that way.
And I am that way.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Odd news stories today. We're going to start off with Kent's Meats and Groceries in Redding, California, where they're selling a wine named after a man who tried to break into their store.
That's amazing.
2013, the store was almost broken into by a man wearing pantyhose over his head. He then attempted to throw a rock through one of their windows, bounced back and hit him.
Classic. Classic.
Owner Kent Primmer said, and I say Primmer because it's a German name, P.F. Primmer.
That's gross.
Like Pfeiffer, which is a horse. I always thought that was funny. Michelle Pfeiffer is Michelle Horse. All right. It's not funny to either one of you. Okay, I'll keep going. All right. Once the media got a hold of the comical video, of course, it went viral, saying that it's actually good, the thing that it happened. He said, we couldn't control the popularity of it when it first got started. Because of the notoriety the footage received, Kent's Meats and Groceries made a commercial with their surveillance video. The so-called Bumbling Burger is making an appearance once again, and now on a bottle of wine. Yes, it's Bumbling Burglar wine.
Does he get royalties?
He gets no royalties. for
Rude.
it, but you think there would be a lawsuit there?
He should. He actually could. He has rights to that. They're using his image.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So there's got maybe they paid him off. To
Maybe.
use it. Doesn't say in the story, but it could be.
Well,
or else they'd be getting
do you
sued.
get royalties in jail? Or was he in
I
jail?
don't know. Do you have
I
rights?
doubt. Well, why would he go to jail? No crime was really committed. He tried.
It was attempted burglary.
Well, and
Okay.
actually, if you look at the footage, it's attempted vandalism. He didn't even get in.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
So
Maybe his
look at
intent
the
was
lawyer
different.
behind us.
Well, his intent may have been different, but you can't prove it.
It seems to me he's might have argued his case.
No, I've never been arrested or been to court in my entire life.
Wow. All right. I got a song for this one. You ready?
All right.
Okay. There you go.
Unless you get royalties.
Unless you get royalties.
And then you're brilliant.
Yeah, there you
Exactly.
go.
You figured it out.
Saw this one on the internet. Chinese beekeeper broke a world record by covering himself with 240 pounds of bees.
That's idiotic.
Gao Gungao of Tian City in the eastern province of Shandong began the challenge early Monday. I'm not making jokes here. Quit laughing at me. Stop it. I've got a brick. The 55-year-old veteran beekeeper was cultivating bees for more than 30 years and was stung multiple times before breaking the world record.
kidding.
Yeah.
Don't say.
240 pounds. That's 1.1 million bees to you and me.
That's more than I weigh in bees.
The bees shattered a previous record of 184 pounds, also set by a Chinese beekeeper. Something about
Let's
That's
try to break this
crazy
record.
Chinese people.
Put 300 pounds of bees on me. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll take it.
Gal's fellow beekeepers were dressed in military camouflage pantsuits as they prepared for their colleague for the battle of his life.
Well, he could die doing that. You could.
You could.
Absolutely.
Working together, they poured the pollinating insects onto his geared body. Queen bees came first in order to attract more of the insects. Video footage shows Gao smoking a cigarette in a nonchalant manner.
Of course he was.
That was good. Hope it was as good for the bees
He
as
just
it was
couldn't
for me.
relax.
That's right.
He couldn't relax.
Yeah, smoking a cigarette while thousands of bees swarmed over him and crawled all over his seated body. Afterwards, he had this to say.
They're in my hair! They're in my hair! Oh, God!
I was merely running a drill.
That is totally me anytime I walk through a cobweb. Every single time.
You have it because you're taller. That's my husband too.
Yeah.
You know, at 6'3", he gets all the cobwebs that
Well, because I think there's still
miss.
spiders in there.
Yeah.
And now my hair's really thick and now it's long and I just lose it. I think that there's spiders in my hair.
Wow. I so want to see Patrick doing that.
I've done it. Verbatim.
In your head.
And that's my wife.
I was merely running a drill.
I watched his audition for Man on the Moon yesterday and it was brilliant.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
That and Tom Hanks for Forrest Gump. It was
All right.
weird because no accent. He didn't do the voice for Forrest Gump in the audition.
Really? And
Well, the little kid that did Baby Forrest, he taught him how to talk like that. Yeah.
Baby Forrest.
I love Baby Forrest.
That
I'm much
movie's
more
amazing.
comfortable with Baby Forrest.
Baby Forrest.
All right. New York hotel apologized after a sailor was turned away from the business cocktail lounge because of her U.S. Navy uniform was not up to their dress code.
Rude.
Yes.
Oh.
Ryan O'Connor, husband of the sailor's cousin, said he was with the group Saturday night when they attempted to visit the Standard Hotel's top of the Standard rooftop lounge and with the Navy officer who was in town for Fleet Week. And she was told by a ground floor bouncer that her uniform did not match the lounge's dress code. O'Connor told the Daily News, when we walked in, we went to the elevator, we were stopped by the doorman who said, "Hey man, there's a dress code." He said, "Wait, you're rejecting us because someone is in a service uniform?" And then he rolled his eyes and wouldn't budge.
Wow.
He said he was wearing a $400 blazer and dress shoes. We were all dressed nice. The only person sticking out was the Navy officer.
Oh my goodness. I think you would just kind of seal your doom by
They did.
No kidding.
crazy.
The sailor, who wished to remain anonymous, has since left town. He said, "We were all shocked and upset. This was Memorial Day weekend."
Oh,
And we were in walking distance from Ground Zero.
okay.
He said this should have been a no-brainer. Naria Branco, manager of the Rooftop Lounge, wrote an apology to
I'm
the
sure
sailor
he did.
and her family.
I bet.
And at the end of it, it said,
Oh no! We suck again!
No, seriously, how much disrespect can you have?
That's
like,
right.
That's ridiculous.
That's right. He needs to be edumacated.
Evidently.
All right. Poland now.
Are you sure we weren't in Poland?
A man has made a miraculous escape from a bear enclosure after climbing into its den, approaching the animal, and then hitting it when it tried to bite his arm.
What'd you do today? Well, I went to a bear cage, hit
You
it.
know, and do we wonder why there's Polish jokes? I mean, really.
Really. The
He escaped.
foolish stunt was captured on camera by a passerby who spotted the man climbing over the protective fence and heading toward the female bear. He then approached the animal, which swiftly grabbed him by the arm until he punched it in the nose and ran away. The enclosure runs alongside a busy street where stunned onlookers watched in horror, expecting to see a tragedy, and then being disappointed when it didn't happen. Onlookers shouted from the fence line.
Next time, he ought to just take that box of Soylent Green instead and
That's
give
right.
it to the bird.
That's right.
The bear. And then he wouldn't have to risk himself if he wants to feed people. Why do we have people in here? People made from food over there.
Soylent Green is people.
It is.
All right. So speaking of bears, Sherry Katzer, our news lady who does news and health and lifestyle tips, and her news today, she has stories about bears and spiders for summer.
Ooh.
So
Bears and spiders.
yes,
Do we get a lot of bear up here?
Yes, we do. Well, especially if you're traveling like to Idaho and Montana, probably
Okay.
more of a chance of it. But definitely be tuning in so you can find out what to happen if you encounter a bear this summer. Okay.
Just scare him off.
Yeah. Don't walk up to them and try to make friends.
So I wonder if a bear had a spider in its hair, it'd be like,
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube. This little old lady scaring her bear away from her porch, and the bear acts like a puppy about it. It like comes up and it's acting all big and charges at her, and she just throws her arms up, "Go away, bear!" and then it runs away like no big deal. I'm not saying that'll work 100% of the time. Don't take my word for it, but
That's why Val carries a brick.
yeah.
for bears and brothers and...
All right.
Yeah.
All right. On to China we go. Anybody got any Chinese music?
Huh?
Okay. Dead silence. There we
I was
go.
gonna say I don't want.
Patrick, you're a musician. Make me some Chinese music.
If I had my guitar, I couldn't possibly do that without it sounding just incredibly in bad taste.
All right. All right. So a Chinese woman nearly died after she played SpongeBob and put a kitchen spatula in her mouth to try and clear her throat.
What?
Yes. The lady named Husuing, 31, said she had been cooking a new recipe that involved exotic herbs and spices when she suddenly felt her throat starting to swell up in an allergic reaction. She said, I remember some folk remedies saying it helps to use something to unclog your throat. Plunger's what I try.
Again, explains a lot.
And don't wash it first, because... No. Okay, wash it first. She said she first tried to clear her throat with her fingers. When that didn't work, she followed by 3 chopsticks, which were all broken when she put them down her throat.
Of course they were.
Yes. When that failed, she decided to use something larger and put the 12-inch handle of a cooking spatula down her throat. And I didn't have time to get this ready for the webcam to pop it up, but the X-ray actually shows the handle all the way down her throat and the top of the spatula sticking out of her mouth and some chopsticks down below.
She actually went to the hospital with it still in her neck?
Yes, she couldn't get it out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, just tug on it.
Is she still alive? Did
Yes.
she make it?
Well,
Yes, she is.
She would have still had to go to the hospital for the broken chopsticks,
Yes.
though. 'cause-
Darwinism is not in effect here.
Yes, but her friends do now call her Frapjack.
Wow. See, and that's why I wasn't going to do Chinese music.
Oh,
Let's just bust it out anyway.
Hey, Frapjack, how is the hospital?
Oh, God.
Maybe
Scott.
she should
sorry.
she should have Benadryl in the cupboard for next
yeah,
time.
Good.
Yeah.
How do you say Benadryl like
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna try it, and I thought no.
Benadryl.
Oh, that was really good. That was really good.
Thank you.
You're like
Thank
Michael Scott quality.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, and here you go.
Always two there are, a master and an apprentice.
Is Yoda Chinese?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. On to the UK for our last story. A woman was left sickened after a lodger she was letting stay with her family threw a party and snorted her dead mom's ashes.
Cool.
Who snorted? It was Val. All right. Jackie Turney says friends watched on in horror as the woman scooped her dead mother's Hilda's ashes from the urn before vacuuming them up with her nose. She then fled from the party as revelers were very disturbed and left dumbfounded.
No kidding.
Hilda's ashes were sitting in the urn in the living room of Miss Turney's Dundee home and had been there ever since she died 4 years ago. So they were relatively fresh.
Fresh.
Yes.
As ashes go.
Yes. And that reminds me of the Chevy Chase movie Modern Problems.
I like it.
I
You're way
can't
into your
even.
sound effects.
It's like headache. I don't. What do you get after that? I don't know.
I don't know.
You know.
A hospital bed.
I guess.
A nice place in a mental institution.
You can always tell the people to do that because they have the powder gray around their nose.
Were you snorting coke or grandma's ashes?
Grandma's ashes.
I have had friends do cayenne pepper lines and ketchup. He used ketchup he did cayenne pepper, and then he goes, oh, it burns so bad. So then he snorted ketchup, thinking that the ketchup was going to mute the feeling of spice, and it made it worse. So that was brilliant.
To the idiot mobile.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is he's one of the smartest people I know. He made dumb decisions.
Sure.
To the idiot mobile.
Okay.
Sometimes brilliant people make really not so smart choices.
Usually involves alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, it
A
always
lot
did.
of things involve
Yeah.
alcohol.
Those were
Stupid
the
moves
days.
usually involve alcohol. There you go. That's your tip for the weekend. And that is your odd news for...
It's Friday.
Not so fast, you ingrates! Public news team is taking a break from its pledge drive. No commercials, no mercy! No!